Histin News Daily is your go-to podcast for a daily dose of history. Each episode dives into significant events, births, and deaths that occurred on this day in history. From pivotal moments in world history to intriguing anecdotes about famous figures, we bring the past to life in an engaging and informative format. I'm Chris Bernard. Stay informed and entertained with new episodes released every day, keeping you connected to history regularly.
Here are the top 15 historical events on June 7. 1494 – Treaty of Tordesillas. Event. The Treaty of Tordesillas was signed between Spain and Portugal. Significance. This treaty divided the newly discovered lands outside Europe between the Portuguese Empire and the Spanish Empire along a meridian 370 leagues west of the Cape Verde Islands. 1520 – Field of the Cloth of Gold. Event. A meeting occurred between Henry VIII of England and Francis I of France. Significance. This was a lavish diplomatic summit meant to strengthen the bond between the two nations, marked by grand festivities. 1654 – Louis XIV's coronation. Event. Louis XIV was crowned King of France. Significance. Known as the Sun King, Louis XIV's reign is notable for the expansion of French influence in Europe and the development of the absolute monarchy. 1893 – Gandhi's first act of civil disobedience. Event. Mahatma Gandhi was thrown off a train in South Africa for refusing to move from the first-class compartment. Significance. This incident was a pivotal moment in Gandhi's life, inspiring his lifelong campaign against racial discrimination and colonial rule. 1914 – First vessel passes through Panama Canal. Event. The cargo ship SS Ancon made the first trial passage through the Panama Canal. Significance. The canal significantly shortened maritime travel by connecting the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans, revolutionizing global trade routes. 1929 – Vatican City becomes a sovereign state. Event. The Lateran Treaty came into effect, establishing Vatican City as an independent sovereign state. Significance. This treaty resolved the Roman question and acknowledged the independence of the Papal State. 1942 – Battle of Midway ends. Event. The Battle of Midway concluded during World War II. Significance. A crucial naval battle where the United States defeated Japan, marking a turning point in the Pacific Theater. 1965 – Supreme Court decision on birth control. Event. The U.S. Supreme Court ruled in Griswold v. Connecticut. Significance. The decision struck down a Connecticut law prohibiting the use of contraceptives, establishing the right to privacy in marital relations. 1977 – First personal computer, the Apple II. Event. The Apple II personal computer was released. Significance. It was one of the first highly successful mass-produced microcomputers, sparking the personal computing revolution. 1981 – Discovery of AIDS. Event. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, reported the first cases of a rare form of pneumonia in 5 young, previously healthy gay men, marking the beginning of the AIDS epidemic. Significance. This led to recognizing and studying AIDS, fundamentally changing public health policy and awareness. 1991 – Mount Pinatubo eruption begins. Event. The initial eruption of Mount Pinatubo in the Philippines. Significance. This event eventually led to the second largest volcanic eruption of the 20th century, significantly affecting global weather patterns. 2000 – UN Security Council approves peacekeeping force. Event. The United Nations Security Council approved the deployment of a peacekeeping force to Sierra Leone. Significance. This was in response to the civil war in Sierra Leone, aimed at restoring peace and order. 2001 – Tony Blair re-elected as UK Prime Minister. Event. Tony Blair was re-elected in a landslide victory. Significance. Blair's Labour Party won its second consecutive general election, reinforcing his political mandate. 2002 – US withdraws from ABM Treaty. Event. The United States officially withdrew from the Anti-Ballistic Missile (ABM) Treaty. Significance. This withdrawal marked a significant shift in U.S. defense policy, focusing on developing missile defense systems. 2018 – Quebec City mosque shooter sentenced. Event: Alexandre Bissonnette was sentenced for the 2017 Quebec City mosque shooting. Significance: this event highlighted issues of gun violence and Islamophobia in Canada. These events span various aspects of global history, highlighting significant political, social, and technological changes.
Uncover lesser-known facts and intriguing anecdotes about historical events and figures that may surprise and inspire you. By engaging with history on a daily basis, you'll develop a stronger connection to the world and its rich tapestry of events and personalities. You can find Hist in News daily on popular podcast platforms like Apple, Spotify, and Google Podcasts. Subscribe today to start your journey through history, one day at a time. I'm Chris Bernard. Thank you for listening to our Daily Today in History podcast. Remember to subscribe to our podcast and follow us on YouTube for updates, behind-the-scenes content, and discussions about history's impact on our world today. Be sure to tune in tomorrow and find out more today in history.